There's a part of Africa where women willingly endure being whipped, not as punishment but as a sign of loyalty and love.
They have like a lot of marks on their back as women, like there are a lot of whipping marks in their back.
They want to just get whipped and they want to show how they love the boy.
And where the young men must jump across a line of bulls barefoot and naked to prove that they are no longer boys but men.
One thing that I'm not certain about is how excited they are that they are going to get whipped.
I traveled deep into this region in Ethiopia to witness the ceremony for myself and investigate why this even still exists and why people still have to go through this to prove themselves worthy. And what I experienced here challenged how I understand manhood.
From where I came from, before you can say that you're not a fully grown man, you have to be able to take responsibility, you have to become of age, and you have to have some form of money or properties. But for the Hamar Tribe, it's different. It's not just that, it's more of like courage. You have to have the courage to do certain things before you can confidently call yourself a man.
It is a new day today and it's about 7 a.m. in the morning in Turmi, and we are here to visit the Hamar Tribe. We got here last night. It was like really late and we had to spend the night at this camp right behind me. I had to wake up very early this morning so we can explore the village and see the tribe.
I've traveled across Ethiopia for over 10 days to get here, moving through different regions and learning along the way. I've packed everything I learned from logistic to cultural insights into a detailed travel guide, which I've linked in the description below for anyone who wants to explore the country more intentionally and responsibly.
Ethiopia is a diverse country with so many tribes, over 80 to 100 tribes in Ethiopia, and this is the Hamar Tribe. They have their own custom, tradition, culture, and everything that they believe in, and it's so amazing. I mean, the things that they do here, I have never seen it anywhere else. Other tribes have what they do and how serious they take it, but these ones are just so unique. I have never seen something like this before.
The Hamar people are indigenous tribe located in the Omo Valley of southern Ethiopia, one of the most culturally diverse and extreme remote region in Africa. They are easily recognized by their distinct appearance. Both men and women decorate their body with beads and patterns made from natural materials, and their women are known for their braided hair coated with a mixture of clay. Their clothing is minimal and nudity is not sexualized. It's simply normal because their body is seen as natural, not something to hide or feel ashamed of.
I've never seen something like this in my life. So these are the families of the man who are doing the ceremony. For it starts, they have to be the ones to start it, and they do some dance and then pull their clothes up, showing that they are ready to get whipped. And whipping them shows that they are ready to take in a new bride into their home.
The boy now, he don't know which girl he's going to marry. He don't know which girl. His father have to choose for him.
So his father has to choose a random girl.
Yeah, maybe she will be from this village or another village, no one's know. It's surprise. So his father already, he make a ring for him.
The bull jumping ceremony is one of the most important traditions in the Hamar culture, representing the transition from boyhood into manhood, a moment where a young man earns his place in the community. To succeed, the young man must run barefoot across the back of several bulls lined up tightly together without falling. He is usually naked, stripped of anything that might help him, facing the challenge with nothing but balance and courage.
He didn't do bull jumping, so still he's young. So when he married, he's going to get respect even from the village people, and anyone going to respect him. So still, if he didn't jump, you're not a real man, no one's respect you. Even you don't going to sit with some people and you don't eat.
I was lucky enough to meet the young man who was going to jump that day, and I asked him a few questions.
I'm happy that you're jumping. Don't speak English, no?
Yeah, you speak. How? Because he's a jumper, so it's not allowed to talk in English.
Ask if he's scared. How does he feel?
I feel no. Yeah? I'm strong, so I'm fine.
So he's not scared of the jump and everything. How long has he been thinking about doing this?
He was a king, 3-4 years to jump, but still he have a lot of sisters, brothers, his youngers. So he need, until they jump, he need to wait for.
Okay, so he has to wait for the elder ones, the older ones, to jump first before he jumps. I cannot wait for him to jump. I am very, very happy.
I am also very happy to come here.
Thank you very much. We'll meet there.
The women who get whipped during the ceremony do it by choice, and many of them are proud to take part because for them it's a way of showing loyalty and deep support for the young man becoming a man. The scars are seen as symbols of strength and love. They are not forced or ashamed because many of them see it as an honor.
Why do they love the mark in their back?
But she say, me, for example, I don't like. But regardless why they get whipped, because they like to show how they love the boy. This is a long time ago. It was a kind of a culture. So for that we get whipped. But after this, more people, I hope they don't get whipped, she said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they proud of the mark in their body?
We don't like the mark, but they say on that time no one's tell us to stop. That's why we get whipped. Say, before, a lot of people will get whipped when someone family jump, family jump.
Yeah.
So that's why now our family is ready to jump. That's why we want to also get whipped like others.
Oh, so that they can also feel among like others. Is the mark a sign of respect to them? Like when people outside see the mark in their back, do they respect them more?
Not now, before.
Okay.
Before people respect. Now, no.
So now nobody cares about the mark. No. Now it's just all about showing love to the groom's family.
That's what she told me.
I noticed they were preparing the men who would carry out the whipping by painting their faces and handing them sticks that had been cut from the forest, as it was all looking like a form of ritual. But something happened.
Now the women, they are very angry because their brothers say, don't whip them for the whippers. So the whippers, they listen to their brother, and now the girls, they are very angry because if the guy who jumped, if he say don't get whipped, the whippers, they don't going to whip them.
I realized that some of the women were actually chasing the men who seemed reluctant to whip them, insisting that they do, even after the groom made it clear that he didn't want the whipping to continue.
The men say, I don't want whip, so that's why he ran, you know. Say, still you have to whip me, please, you see.
They were literally crying because the groom says no whipping today. The soon-to-be groom can decide if he wants them to be whipped or not. But they want it, but he said no. So because he has the right to say yes or no, so they are not getting whipped.
It was finally time for the main reason everyone had gathered. The bulls were brought forward and carefully lined up, and it took some time for the men to control them and keep them steady.
So the guy has to be totally naked, 100% naked to do this jump. Also have to like line up the cows in a straight line just for him to do the jump.
The man kept falling several times as he tried to run across the bulls. Each time he slipped, the crowd would encourage him and hope that he gets it right, which obviously he got it right.
I may not fully understand this tradition, but I respect it a lot because it's not just done for entertainment. I think it's more of the courage than, the entertainment itself. I came here thinking it's just like, like a ceremony or festival, but they say that this is a ceremony that turns a boy to a man, and I just saw it. I was seeing how the guy was struggling so bad to jump through the cows, and then when he gets to the middle, he falls, and then the people cheer him up, and then he starts again. And he goes back and he falls again, and they cheer him up that he can do it, making sure that he becomes a man regardless of how many times he fails, right? And then even the women were so excited that a boy is becoming a man. This tribe have so many men, and each and every one of them have to go through this.
If this video helped you see the Hamar tribe from a different perspective, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy real unfiltered cultural stories like this, please like this video and subscribe. There's a lot more to explore.